Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome to my stream. It is Tuesday. I've kind of been getting lost with what day it is every week, actually. But thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate that. For those of you who are new here, I'm Verena Mei, and I'm a real life stunt driver, former race car driver, getting into sim. Not really getting into sim, but I've been getting into sim racing more so now, more seriously, and I started like in August. So yeah, today's a very exciting session with my coach Gregor Schill, and you may know him from the first and second season of the More Female Racers Championship, where we teamed up to race together. And he is joining me today, so I will be just waiting for him. He probably will be here in 10 minutes or so, but that will give me a chance to say hi to you, maybe get warmed up a little before he shows up. My anime podcast, hello, hello, hello. Power, Anger, Dark, hello. My anime, it's funny, World Cheese Grading Champion. Well, the fact is that Tanner Faust is the world cheese grating champion. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, for the rest of you, go ahead and go on YouTube and type in drifters grating cheese, and you will see see me and Tanner competing to see who grates the most cheese with the 350Z drift car. Yeah, it's true. That is what happened, and it was really fun. It was exciting as well. All right. Power Ranger Dark. I love all of your emotes. That is awesome. Go go Power Rangers. Speaking of, I've been looking at what emotes I should have for my subscribers, and I think I. The thing is, I know not that I've been slacking. I've just been kind of like, oh, I need the perfect emote for my subscribers, but um, and I have something bigger planned in the works, but I can't tell you what it is. It's hopefully going to be a big announcement soon, but for now, yes, I will get some emotes out for all of you lovely subscribers. So, folks, what do you think about my new starting screen soon? Right? It I've been working on it for a while, and this my new overlays. So I love it. I'm excited to debut it with you today. Trini emote. I love all of this. Yes. So, all right. Without further ado, let's get on to talk about my car. Here we go. So I am practicing for the More Female Racers Championship Season 3, and I am actually teamed up with Turn 1. I have joined Team Turn 1, who's a sim racing team, and Trevor Jackson will be my teammate this year, or this season, for season 3. So it all starts on Monday, and we're all driving the Lamborghini Huracan ST. So this is the livery that I did by myself in game. This is not the official livery that I'll be racing with, but I thought that I would design my personal in-game livery just like my 488 Evo livery that I had early on. So there you go. Um, while we wait for Gregor to show up for the coaching session, like I said, I will just hop in to Zolder. Maybe a hot lapping session in Zolder, kind of get warmed up. I actually got on Zolder for the very first time, not for the very first time, but the very first time in this car last night, just to see what I could do. I got down to a 134.74. I think that's pretty good. I did like 25 laps and then I just had to go to sleep, but I think that's a good start. So let's see. Let's see, hot lap. We'll do this, and I'll put my screen up here so I can see if Gregor is ready to go. Thank you, Power Anger Dark. I appreciate that. Aw, thank you for just spreading some good vibes and very positive attitude, and I really appreciate that. We need more of that, especially during this time. Ah, got it. Any go-to wikis or YouTube channels for rig setup knowledge bombs? I guess it depends exactly what you're looking to do. because there's so many different stuff. Um, I have my Playseat Sensation Pro. You may have seen it. It's on YouTube on um, my YouTube channel, Stargirl Verena Mei. That was actually my first setup, basically. I'm on to my version 3 setup now. So basically, it's my Playseat Sensation Pro. I also have the gear shift holder and the gear shift holder is by Playseat, and then my Fanatic gear shifter, my Fanatic handbrake, Club Sport handbrake, and the newest part of my rig, and you can't see it, but it's my Fanatic Podium DD2 wheelbase, and I absolutely love it. Oh, here we go. I will continue later. Let's see. Hey Gregor, how's it going?
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm also good.
Good, how have you been? It's been a while since we've talked.
Yeah, true, yeah. I've been actually a little bit busy with the G2 stuff, with the
Yeah,
races and the CDA work, so.
that's awesome. Folks who are watching, Gregor is a pro sim racer. He now races for BMW Motorsport and G2 Esports. And are you still with Coach Dave Academy as well?
Yeah. I'm still
Okay.
building setups and do also coaching. Yeah,
Awesome. So yeah, you're one busy person.
exactly. Yeah.
Cool. So, what do we have planned today for this coaching session?
The plan is I will talk you through my hot lap, as always.
Okay.
And then you can ask questions. I picked the Ferrari. I'm not sure which car you picked, but the line overall is the same, so shouldn't be an issue.
Okay. Sounds good.
And yeah.
I chose the Lamborghini Huracan ST.
Okay.
Yeah, because we're doing the More Female Racers Championship race number 1 starting on Monday at Zolder.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the Huracan Super Trofeo, I mean, the biggest difference is just like the speed, and it's a little bit slower, but the braking still feels the same
Okay.
overall, so it shouldn't be a problem. Okay, that's done.
Cool.
Uh,
So you let me know when you're ready. Folks,
okay,
so
yeah, no worries.
my chat box was looking weird, so
So
hold on here.
I'll quickly share my screen then with you. I need to open this program first.
Alrighty, sounds good. While you do that, I'll figure out what's going on in my chat box.
Okay.
Will you be streaming as well?
No, not today, not today.
Okay.
Today. Okay, it should be fine.
All right, thanks for following J1 Miss TV. And Cousteau, ooh. Cousteau says, Gregor's Lexus laps have been a huge learning point for me.
Oh, that's nice to hear. Okay, so you're in the live stream.
There we go. Yep.
Okay, perfect. So let's wait till we exit the first, the last corner.
Okay.
So basically, as we approach turn 1, we try to position ourselves as close to the right as possible to the wall, because that allows us to get a really good entry for the left-hander. You'll see, like, I'm going really close to the left. Braking reference point is you can take like the board here at the top as a marker, and then you brake before it. So it's just like a reference which you use then to find your braking point.
Basically, it just matters. It just depends on which car you're driving.
Exactly, yeah. Okay. But the reference point is the same. So yeah, you see like braking here, releasing the brake gradually just to get the car rotated second gear. cutting a little bit over the curb here just to, you know, carry more momentum. Take a shorter line here. Be careful that you don't go on the grass there on the left, because this could, you know, unsettle the car, and then you won't be able to go as early as possible on the throttle. See, then early on the power, maximizing the track on the exit here. You see, like, we're almost touching the gravel here on the right side.
Okay, so use all of the track.
Exactly, yeah. Then we go as quickly as possible then to the left side to prepare for the following right-hander. We're braking. For example, for this corner, I have no reference point. I'm just looking to the apex and just brake by feeling, basically. So, and you also see here, it's really important to not drop the brake quite quickly. You really have like a slow release just to keep the nose, you know, in, and to get the car rotated. You see, like, yeah.
Okay.
Then touching a little bit of the curb, not too much, and already like, oops, that's too far ahead. See, on at the apex already, full on the power. Using a little bit of the curb there on the exit, then going to the inside to take a short line, opening the steering again, then braking for the quick right-hander. The reference point is this tarmac stripe there on the left.
Okay, and it goes by so quickly.
Yeah, exactly. So when we arrive there, we are braking a little bit, third gear, holding the brake, releasing it slowly to get the car rotated. Then at the apex here again, on the power. If you are not certain, if you know, when you want to go on power, just go rather later on the power, and then, you know, work yourself, you know, to every lap to get early on the power, because if you go a little bit too early on the power, you will go on the gravel here on the exit and you lose a lot of time. So
Okay.
really try to find the sweet spot when you want to go on the throttle, like from a conservative way, just like meaning you brake or you go rather later on the power, and then after each lap, you know, you just go a little bit earlier till you find the sweet spot.
Okay, and going back to the apex, about ideally, how much curbing do you want to take? Because I see those green little bumps.
Yeah, so you see there are like some small anti-cuts on the screen, Astro.
Mm-hmm.
So preferably you would just go on the normal curb here. Let me go here quickly. So you see on the screen stripe, you have like additional curbs which are there to unsettle the car, just to prevent you to cut.
Oh, got
so
it.
the goal is to not drive over them. You can drive as close as possible to them, but not like over it. You just want to, you know, drive like with your front right tire, if you want, on this part of the curb.
Okay.
So this green part is no go, basically. Then for the hairpin, not hairpin, but for the first chicane, it's important we use this, you know, light as a reference. You know, here, not the 100-meter board.
Oh.
I, for example, use, you know, I know that I need to brake between, you know, this post and this one, between 100 meters here. So you have basically, if I delete that again, I just can draw a line. So basically it's like all 80 meters, this post, light post, and yeah, 100 meters. So after 100 meter and before the post, we want to brake. So that's basically the area where we want to brake. And yeah, you start there and just, you know, find your optimal braking point with this reference points.
Okay.
So yeah, you see like there just before the post we're braking. Second gear. Then important with the cut rules here. You see is, you know, where is okay, to go 7. You don't want to kill this. How do you call them?
Cone.
Cones, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you drive alone, it's it's easy to find or to stay in the track limit. So you try to not drive over them, and then you're fine. But if you're in the, let's say, in a race situation, and most of the time somebody drives over them and they disappear, it's important that you with your outside tire you don't go on the green Astro here. You see,
Okay.
if you go like with one tire, with the outside tire on this area here, you get a cut. So you always want to stay in this area with your right tire.
Oh, so even if you just touch the green with a tire, then it's a cut. Or
We're talking now about the outside tire.
oh, the outside. Sorry about that. Yes, got it.
Yeah. And the same for the other part. And as it makes sense, we try to cut as much as possible.
Okay.
See here, going over it. Yeah. And here also. So you see, it's yeah.
Okay.
It's still valid because we are not with the outside tire on the green part of the.
That's so tricky.
Yeah, true. I mean, it's really difficult to drive it consistently because depending how you bounce off the first curb, it determines your line over the second one, and to get it consistently right, it's difficult. But what I would advise you to try is the first part. You have if I go again F7, I think. Try to only drive over this hard bump, with your left tire. So if I go a little bit down, you see like there is like a flat surface, then it goes up, and then it stays like level.
Yes.
So try to, with your outside tire, to not drive over these sausage curbs here. So you can drive a little bit here on the curb.
Okay. Sounds good. And it's just so hard. Like, I guess it's trial by error, right? When you're practicing and you're hot lapping, then you can kind of figure out how much or what it looks like when you're behind the wheel.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you do. You just, first of all, you find the line approximately, and then you just try to cut more and more and see if it works, if it's valid, and if the car accepts the bounce and the aggressive driving. So it's all about finding what your car wants and likes. Otherwise, if you cut too much and the car can't cope with that, you just bounce off and you maybe even spin.
That's true.
So start with cutting a little bit, and then more and more and more till you find the limit of the car.
Okay.
And what's important here, if you drive over the second part of the curb, try to have a straight steering wheel, because if you have still steering lock applied and you land again, it can happen that because your front arrives first, that you just have so much grip on the front that the car just goes completely to the right and you spin.
Oh, yeah.
So always try to aim for a straight steering wheel. You see, like when I jump, I try to, and when I land, I try to have a straight steering wheel.
Got it. Just like rally.
Yeah, exactly. So now we arrive for the second chicane. Reference point is, you will see here, quite tricky if you don't know it, but you see here on the left side where like this curb color starts, red, white, red, white.
Yes.
That's our reference point. So if we are in the car, I go back, I'm braking when I basically only have this colors on the left side in my vision. And if I go into this perspective, you see, if you just look to the left, nothing, and then I don't see it, and then I'm starting to brake.
Okay.
So this left side, this left side is our reference point for this corner. We stay straight as long as we can to maximize our braking potential. Then we turn in, releasing the brake, and again, like as with the first chicane, the cones are like our track limit. So if we don't drive over them, we are fine. But as like a really good tip for you if the cones disappear is you normally feel the force feedback if you drive over the sausage curbs here.
Yes.
So you always want to drive with your inside tire over the sausage curbs. And if you feel that you're driving over them, you're fine, you don't get a cut. If you drive like too much over it, you don't feel the sausage curbs in your force feedback, and then you know that you have a cut. And you really feel this in the second part, because it's really tempting to just drive here with your left tire instead of going here over them.
Okay.
So that's like a really good, tip to, and reference to know if you get a cut or not.
Okay.
So if you drive with your, let's say I'm now the left tire and I'm driving like that over it, it's a cut. Whereas like if I'm coming from here and driving over it like that, over the sausages, it's fine.
That is a good tip.
It's also, I find it quite useful also when I'm driving. Just gives you that consistency, and you are sure that you don't cut. It's really helpful. Then for the second part here, what's also important in terms of how much speed you take into the corner, it's really, 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 necessary to not overshoot the first part, because it's like a really, important corner sequence. And if you mess this first corner up by taking too much speed, you compromise this left-hander, because you're much more to the left. Then you need to take a much tighter line, so you can't carry the same speed as if you would take the normal line, and then you would also end up more to the right here. So what we try to do is we drive the second chicane, compromise a little bit to set up our car really good for this part, for the right-hander, because then we have like a flat-out section, and we want to not lose, time there. So we still try to, get everything out of the chicane, but not try to overdo it. So we're lifting here, waiting a little bit longer. It's tempting to go early, but we just wait a little bit, just to make sure that we have a little bit of room to the right side then to turn in.
Okay.
Don't drive over these sausage curbs there. They will unsettle the car, and you will lose a lot of time. So I'm in the wrong lap, actually. Braking here, cutting here, everything as we can. Small lift to get the differential open. Then again on the power, maximizing the track here on the outside is important. And then I think what also a good tip is, like, this corner is normally flat in the GT3 cars. Not sure about the Super Trofeo, I'll need to watch my hot lap there.
Okay.
But most drivers tend to turn in really early, and then they are way, 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 way too early before the apex on the inside of the corner, and then they need to lift. So make sure that you don't turn in too early. And a really good reference point is to again, touch the curb here next to the green Astro.
Okay.
That's where you want to hit the apex, basically.
Got it.
So yeah, here we still have a little bit of room, so that's good. Staying to the left side here as close as possible. And then our reference point is, the 100-meter board here.
Okay.
We brake in a straight line, maximizing the braking performance. Then as we shift into first gear, we're starting to release the throttle, keeping a little bit of brake to get the car rotated, and then cutting here on the curb, early on the power. Got the best possible exit, using the track here. Driving like the line where we don't have to apply the steering lock, basically. So you see minimum steering here, using also here the extension curbs, if you want to call them like that.
Okay.
Then braking again. We use, again, this light post as a reference here. So between the light post and the 100-meter board, we are braking.
Okay.
First gear again, releasing the brake. And as with the second chicane, our goal is to drive with the inside wheel above the above the sausages. So like check first, cut, first part done, and the same with the second one. A little bit of a lift, and after that, again on the front. The reason is why we're lifting before. So see, like we're driving without throttle input over the first part. That the reason for that is if we go on the power here too early, your car squats and your dynamic ride height on the rear is lower, so the car could scrape over the sausages. So we try. You see, driving without throttle input over the first part of the chicane. As we drive, as we come over it, we're applying the throttle. First gear. Then for the second part, we're starting to lift again to get the car, to get the rear a little bit higher because we go out of the squat. And then as we drive, as we come over the sausage curbs, we go again on the throttle. First gear.
Now, is that true of the other chicanes as well? The one you cut a lot of? I can't remember what corner it was, where it has the cone.
You mean the second chicane here? Do you mean this one or?
No, the other one. I think it was. I can't even remember.
This one.
Yes, that one.
The thing is, like, this corner, I'd say your speed is a little bit higher than the last chicane, so it's not that of a problem.
Okay.
Because you also have a little bit of aerodynamics working to, give you a little bit of downforce. So yeah, there's. Okay. I mean, if we go back in the replay, just watch my pedal inputs.
Okay.
So braking there at the posts. Yeah. And then we just basically we coast over the first part here, and then as we drive over, as we finish the first part of the chicane, we go full throttle basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
That kind of yeah, that makes sense. I'm just trying to.
Yeah, no worries, Verena. So I mean that was basically the lap at Zolder. It's quite a short track. So do you have any questions up until now?
Well, I did have a question on the first turn, but we can come back to that after you're done with all of that. Well, you did everything. I think the throttle application right here is a really tough one for me, right? As far as when to put the throttle down, because sometimes I find I've put it down too early and I still have too much steering input, and then I just spin.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, like, you always want to apply the throttle when you know that you don't need to steer more. So when you're already opening the corner up, and I mean, if you look here, thing is, like, the car rotates on its own over the curbs, as it looks like, because I have over the curb almost no steering lock applied, as I'm, working a little bit against the oversteer here. You see, like, correcting the car.
That's right.
But then, again, just a little bit of steering lock, but that's it, really. So you need to be careful to not go on the power too early when you still need to get rotation done. You always want to go on the power after the apex, or not after the apex, maybe also at the apex, but you want to, finish your rotation and then go on the power, always.
Okay. Sounds good. Oh, one more question. I had
yeah, no worries.
I had the first corner. I still when I'm approaching it, I'm still a little unsure about what line to take, because the corner is a little unseen, I guess.
You mean that the exit is blind, or what do you mean?
I guess so. Is it the exit is blind or the apex is blind on the approach?
I mean, I know it's quite a tricky corner, so let me check. I don't know in the Lambo, but that shouldn't matter. So as you see, like, we're braking before the bridge, and because the corner kind of, it doesn't open up that much as the other corners, we try to stay a little bit longer to the outside and then go to the inside. And the aim is always to drive here over the first curb. And as we go over this first curb, we go on the power, because that's when, we finished our rotation. we are over the apex, and then we go on the power.
Okay.
And then it's always fine. So you always go like after you drove over the curb here on the power. I mean, even in the Lambo, as you see. It's quite a straightforward line. I mean, you brake a little bit, straight, just to maximize the braking potential. And the first part of the corner entry, then you start to release your brake pedal, and aim for the apex here. And as you drive over the apex, now the corner entry is finished. We're at the mid corner, have the rotation done, and then we can go on the power, and then easy.
Okay. Sounds good. I think when I was doing some practice laps, just getting familiarized with the track, I was just carrying too much speed into it and then not realizing the shape of the corner, and then having to just, I guess, either overslow the car or just missing the apex completely.
Yeah. I mean, if you brake too late, then you miss the apex completely, and if you brake too early, then you drive almost over the grass. So it's really important to find the sweet spot there.
Yeah.
Yeah, with practice, it normally comes.
Okay. Sounds good. I find this track very, very technical. It's very difficult.
Yeah, it's actually a lot of RNG. I mean, the chicanes and so.
That's right.
I mean, like turn 1, turn 2, the hairpin, the right-hander before the hairpin. It's quite, corners which you can drive consistently in the same way, but then the chicanes, it all depends so much on how you drive on the first part, how the car bounces. Then if you can make the car straight here, I mean, you see it's jumping crazy. So it's of course, a little bit luck always involved to nail the perfect chicane, but
that's right.
If you just take a step back in the race, then not drive on the edge there, it's actually quite easy to drive it consistent.
Okay.
So any other questions?
I mean, I think that's it for now. I just have to apply everything you've taught me.
Yes. So is your server on Zolder?
Yes, it is.
Okay, then I'd say you just drive 3 laps.
3 laps? Okay.
And 3 laps. I will analyze one of them and tell you what you can improve, and then it should be fine for today.
Sounds good. Do you need the password?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on 1 second.
Or maybe I don't need it. Yeah, I need it.
Oops. There you go.
Yeah.
All right, folks. So that was 1 lap of Zolder, and now I just have to do everything he taught me. Thanks everyone for joining in on this coaching session. And Trolls, yes, I will talk to you after the stream. Thanks for following Wizard. And I saw somebody else there. Thanks for following NYE Balak. All right, here we go. I'm just going to go ahead and, oops, I have no fuel. 1 second. I was hot lapping, so.
Yeah, don't worry.
Cool.
So is the More Female Racers Championship then with the Super Trofeo, or?
It is.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's actually a nice cup car. I like it more than the Porsche Cup because it has some, electronic help.
Oh.
And it's a little bit slower through the corners. If you drive higher TC values, it's actually, really forgiving. Yeah.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Nice. That's cool to hear.
I feel like, since everyone's driving in the same car and you're kind of used to people being at, I guess, the same pace, and when you look at the leaderboard, you're used to seeing maybe this driver faster than the other, or what have you. But I feel like with this car, it's a little mixed up so far. With everyone having to drive the same car, so yeah.
Yeah, and you don't have the excuses that you're driving a bad car.
That's right. You might have a bad setup though.
Yeah, true.
I don't know. All right. Turn up the volume in my headset. Brake by the light post. Downshift to a second. Oops. Overshot that whole thing. A little too fast, too soon. Okay,
Just
now.
make sure to aim for the right light post because there are like 4 in a line. And if you are using the later one, then yeah, you know what will happen.
That's right. So this set of chicanes, I lose a lot of time in that, all of that area. But let's see. Is there going to be a test again?
What do you mean? Which test?
Last time you told me to talk through every corner.
Yeah,
And then
let's see.
All right, I'll go slower this time. Just to get used to it. Okay. Braking on that lamp post. Taking it down to first. Going around here. Okay, let's try this again. So finding my braking points, maybe right around here. Yeah, it's there we go. Finding the right speed. Oops, too fast. Missed that apex again. Braking there. Oh yeah, the right light post.
That was too late. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay, just taking it slower. Okay, looking for the wall. Okay, that side. Going late. Oh, I had to lift a little bit there.
Yeah, not a problem.
It's too fast into there. Basically a straight line through there, I think. Looking for the lamp post. Lifting off. Okay. What's the ideal shifting point for this car?
As late as possible, but without, don't go into the ref limiter at the end. So just before it basically starts to make this weird sound, you want to be shifting up.
Okay.
Yeah, was good.
Okay. Okay, let's look for the painted wall. Oh, missed it way too fast and
Yeah, well, just sit out.
yeah. So go late here, try to hit that apex and then getting on the gas.
Yeah, the right hand has third gear,
Oh, okay.
not second.
So this one is second? Is this one second?
I think you can actually drive it in second. Need to, yeah.
Yeah, finding the speed for these corners. Okay, let's try this again.
See, a little bit too quick into the corner. You needed to wait too long to go on the power.
That's right. And then I forgot to shift as well. Let's see. over slowed that one, but so cut here, compromise the corner, turning through here, turning a bit later. Oh, you said third gear? Was that the one you...
Yeah, that gear.
Okay. Oh, it's so hard to find that. Oops. Oops. It's wide.
Yeah, you can finish this lap and then this lap should be fine to analyze it.
Okay.
You can go back to the pits.
Go back. All right. Here we
Okay,
go.
I share my screen again with you.
All right. Let's see.
Just tell me when you're ready.
Okay, I'm ready. You are live.
Okay. So overall, what you need to work on in general is you need to drive more exit focused. You're entering like every corner way too quick.
Okay.
And then you need to rotate the car even after the apex. But the rotation happens from corner entry to the apex and not after it. So it's just like overall pattern which you need to work on.
Okay.
So for example, here in turn 1, see what you're doing. You're forcing the car to rotate after the apex because you recognize that you need to turn the car more. If I go into this image, you see like you're at the apex now. Yeah. At this point, you try to release the steering lock. Right. You go from maximum steering lock to 0 again.
Yes.
And if you see what you're doing there is you're going even more. Although we are already far. We already passed the apex by far, basically.
Yes.
10 meters almost. The reason is you enter the corner a little bit too quick. You need to maximize your braking potential more. If I look at that, I mean, first of all, you're dropping a little bit too quickly from 100 to, releasing the brake. And then you see like you keep it at 10%, but at 10% you almost have no braking performance, yeah. So you need to have like a much more gradual brake release, and you drop it way too quickly. You need to be really smooth, slowly release the brake and not too quickly. And with that, you will decelerate the car much more.
Okay.
So here you should be already on the power.
And unwinding my steering wheel, right?
Yeah, exactly. Always try to have your maximum steering lock at the apex and not after it.
Okay.
Same here. You are entering the corner way too quick. You already passed the apex and you still rotate your steering wheel. And you already needed to be here on full throttle.
Okay.
And that's why you also need to lift here, because you're not sure if you can make it, as you just, didn't finish the rotation before the apex.
That's right.
This corner, you're turning a little bit too early already to the inside. And what the problem is, what you're doing there is you brake like full brake there for a corner where you don't need to. It's not a hard braking zone. Just use the brake to a little bit, decelerate the car a little bit, and then use the rest of the braking process to get the nose in, to get the car rotated. You see, like getting on the one hand full on the brakes and way too early. Like you need to go now on the brakes, whereas like you're 3-4 meters too early already on the brakes. So. And that's also the reason why, for example, for instance, in this corner, you just lose. I mean, the position of the car is fine, but you see how much you miss here on the left side. It's like 1 meter or so. So you definitely can carry like 10 kph more through the corner.
Okay.
Just by braking a little bit later there, and
and turning later, right?
Yeah, turning the later, and don't brake so drastic. You can still push your brake pedal and use then the rest of it to just get the car rotated.
Okay.
Into the corner. Then this chicane, full brake. Okay, you're releasing the brake. Car grips up. Line-wise, it's perfect. It was a cut, but
it was
really close. Yeah. What's important with this car is, as it has not that much aero as a GT3 car, to make the corner easier for you, try to go more to the right side here. That's the wrong. So try to, start the corner a little bit more here from the right.
Okay.
And this will make you, the left-hander, much more easier flat.
Sounds good.
Yeah, you're braking there at the marker, which I told you. Again, what happens is you're releasing the brake too early and too quick, and then you realize that you're way too quick on the entry, and then you press the brake again, and then you have a balance shift just before the apex again, which causes an imbalance in the car.
Okay.
And you lose a lot of time because of that. So rather just, hold the brake longer and then release it till the apex, and not drop it. And what you're doing is basically you're dropping it way too early, coasting, and then realizing, oh my God, I'm way too quick. And then you press the brake again here. Whereas here you should not go on the brake again. You should only release the brake. On the power.
Was the line okay through that chicane?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're lifting here a little bit too much. I think you could carry a little bit more speed through this first part.
Okay.
And definitely a lot more through this corner. I mean, you're almost so slow that you drive over the anti-cut there.
That's true.
And here also a lot of space on the left side, so you can definitely carry more corner speed through there.
Okay.
Try to shift up earlier into third gear in this corner.
Okay. So basically before I hit the apex?
Yeah.
Okay.
Before you, I would just maybe almost do like a short shift. I would shift now up into third gear. Okay. And drive a little bit quicker into the corner, because like you are now way too early already to the inside. As I said earlier, you want to be at the curb there when you have like this green astro. And that's where is it? That's here.
Yep.
So you want to touch the curb here. And what you see also again, like you're lifting at the apex. After the apex here, you don't want to do that. If you need to lift to go through a corner, you always do it before the apex.
Okay.
That's what I mean, like with the pattern that you're entering the corners too quick.
Yeah.
And then you need to compromise it at the apex or after it to rotate the car then even later.
Now, does that...
Here again, too quick into the corner. And then you go only here at the exit on the apex, whereas you want to go just after you touch here the curb here. Normally you would be here already on the power. And yeah, the reason for why you're basically so late on the power is because you're just way too quick into the corner. Okay. Because normally your car already points here to the exit and your car is still pointing right to the outside of the corner.
That's right.
So just try to, let me look at your brake release. Yeah, it's again way too quick.
Okay.
It's like, I don't know, you just need to really work on your trail braking. I mean, maybe not even while driving, just stand in the box, look at the HUD, and just really try to gradually release the brake really slowly. Okay. Just to get a feeling for it, and then try to do this into these corners.
Sounds good.
Because this costs you like a lot of time. Sorry, what was that?
Looking at that past corner, when I was going too fast through that corner, I should have been taking a lot more curb, right, on the inside? When you look at the position of my car?
Yeah, true. You cut it almost like you go as close to the grass as possible, basically.
Okay.
And you're nothing to do wrong there. In a straight line. Braking at the post. Okay, you turned a little bit too early to the inside here.
Okay.
I would say if you basically you want to try to turn a little bit later or in to just be able to stick more to the left here, because as you turned in so early, you committed to the corner also earlier, so you will rather drive more a straight line here. But if you just try to turn in a tiny bit later, you will be able to be more to the left here to prepare the entry for the next part of the chicane better. So right now you'll be like more half a meter to the left approximately, which allows you then to square this corner much more off. So you would almost drive like a straight line here, whereas like because you turn in too early, you're now more too much to the right, and you have like a much more narrow corner to take here.
Yeah.
So meaning like you can't carry the same apex speed, and you will be not able to go as early on the power as I do.
Sounds good.
Yeah. And that's basically the analyzation for the lab.
Okay.
It's what you can improve. I guess it's a lot of information, so I think it's good if you just rewatch this small analyzation part of the stream, and just try to work corner by corner, find the patterns, like as I said, entering the corners a little bit earlier overall, just to do the rotation before the apex and not after it. That's like the thing you have to focus on, I would say, the most. But yeah, do you have any questions?
No, I think that's it. And as you were talking about the pattern that I'm kind of going throughout this course, it's something, I think it's pretty much the same pattern or same thing that we've been working on throughout our time, I guess, teaming up and you coaching me, right? I think some parts I'm getting better, but then sometimes I revert back to my old habits. So I think it's just something I just have to stop doing.
Yeah. It's always difficult to change your driving habits, but yeah, as you want to improve, you need to do that. So
Absolutely. And I think like with the Mercedes, so I was driving the Mercedes Evo for a while, and because of it being so heavy and and I noticed the weight transfer a lot, I had to be a lot more, I guess, a lot smoother with releasing the brake and trail braking and stuff like that. So I got really good at it. But when I hop into a car like this, a mid-engine car, then I'm like, oh, it's a little more forgiving. So I kind of go back to some bad habits, and I feel like that's where it's getting me now.
Yeah, it's quite funny
Yeah.
because normally mid-engine cars should be a little bit more sensitive to braking than front-engine cars. But
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, it depends, of course, also on the setup. So yeah, just
absolutely.
try to work on it, Verena, and I tell you, it will get much better.
Sounds good. And also, I feel like it's so much more forgiving than the Ferrari, which is what I was used to for so long as well. So, um, but I cannot let my old habits come back. So,
Exactly, exactly. Yeah.
cool. Well, thank you so much, Gregor. I appreciate it. Do you want to say anything to the viewers?
Yeah, I mean, just, I hope you enjoyed the stream. Were able to, take something from it also to, to your own driving. Maybe you have the same issues, so you can try to, to work on them, like as a Verena, and yeah, just hope you enjoy the rest of the stream, and yeah,
Sounds
stay
good.
healthy. Uh,
Yay. And everybody who's watching, make sure to follow Gregor. He has his Twitch channel is just Gregor Schill. So yeah,
yeah,
I will put it up
quite
there.
straightforward.
What was that?
Quite straightforward, I say.
That's right. I will type it in to the chat, or if somebody wants to type it in for me, that would be great. But thank you so much, Gregor. I will let you go because I know it's late wherever you are. Not wherever you are.
Yeah,
I know you're
yeah,
in Germany. It's only
yeah,
noon here, so we have the whole
yeah,
day.
true. Okay, so yeah, have a nice day, Verena. See you.
Thanks, Gregor. Good luck with everything.
Yeah, you too.
Thanks.
Bye bye.
Bye. All right, folks. So that was one lap of Zolder and also an analyzation of my lap at Zolder. And it's a lot that I have to work on, but I'm so glad that I have Gregor to really break down everything I'm doing. And like I said, you know, even when we started, I feel like turning in too early is a pattern that I've had for a long time. I feel like it's rally driving, but maybe it's not. We break in the turn, we slide the car, things like that, and it's not something that I can get away with here. So something that I should work on and I will work on. So I'm going to use this time to just continue working on that and just having some fun. I think I'm going to do some hot lapping and hop out of my server here. Um, let's see. Thank you so much for following. Is it a a driven? A driven 69? How are you? Thanks for joining in. Um, if you're lurking, if you're watching, if you're chatting, thank you so much. Thank you so much for following Jal. Is it Jalpachi? Hello, thank you so much. Jakari Gamer, hi. I'm glad you're in the house. No, it's not Forza Motorsport 7 time now. Actually, we will have I will have a Forza Motorsport 7 stream on Thursday at 11 a.m. my time, which is Pacific Daylight Time. So we're gonna hold on to that for until Thursday. So for now, I'm just gonna do some hot lapping, and I'm going to let's see. I'm going to go back here. I have a lot of work to do. The race at Zolder in this very car is going to be on Monday, and this is going to be round one of season 3 of the More Female Racers Championship. I'm not that familiar with this car, so I definitely need practice. I think that maybe I will do some hot lapping, and I'm going to practice with AI or race with AI. And tomorrow I'm going to open my server so all of you can join in on the fun and race with me and help to push my push myself. And hopefully I'll have not everything sorted out by then because I feel like that's unrealistic, but at least made some improvements by then. So here we go. Hello, Fixia. How's it going? All right. Let's see what we can do here. And hold on, this chat is looking weird. This chat box. What have I done? And folks, I don't know if you noticed, but it's a whole new overlay. I had a whole new stream starting soon overlay as well, but somewhere in here is It's like multiple chat boxes or something. So let me see what's happening. Okay, I'm just going through my Streamlabs, seeing what's happening. How are you folks today? Okay, chat box. Weird. Is it just me? No, it looks weird, right? It looks like it's double. From here, it looks like it's double. Is it? I don't know. Does it look like it's double? Layout looks fabulous. Okay, so the chat box, thank you, Somnesia. Does the chat box look okay? Because for some reason, my view on Streamlabs, it looks like either it's two chats are overlaid or it's just squished up. But I don't know if it's just my view. Okay, let's go ahead and do some hot lapping here. See if I can sort my driving out. All right, we're gonna load this. By the way, folks, big news, I've joined Turn 1 sim racing community, sim racing team. Okay, let's go ahead. The text is a little squished. That's what I thought. Hold on here. I'm gonna help you folks out. Weird. It looks fine. It looks fine on my end. Okay, folks. I'm gonna fix that later. Now we're just gonna drive. Alright, we are hot lapping. So let's see if I can fix my driving. And it may be a little slow at first because I'm not focusing on pace. I'm just focusing on my line, my braking points, how I'm releasing the brake, how I'm turning, and also getting used to the speed at which I should be going. I'm going to be focusing on unwinding the steering wheel when I'm getting on the gas. So, and not turning too early. A lot of things, but if I can fix all of those things, then I'll be good. There we go. We're gonna head over to the right here. Looking for the stripe pattern on the wall there. Oops, wrong gear. Don't turn too early. I think I got it there. Oh boy. There goes that board. Trying to get in that curve. Wrong gear. Gotta sort myself out here. Hello, Joshua. How's it going there? Nice to see you. Oh boy. I'm all over the place. It's almost too much for me to fix all at once, like Gregor said. He's like, no, focus on just one thing rather than 5 things at the same time, and then I'll be able to better execute it. Okay, braking here, downshifting, unwinding the wheel. Also too early, I think. Do you ever find that when you're trying to change things on with your driving, it almost, it's like a bomb went off. You forget what you're doing. It's a Reprogramming of the brain. Ooh, okay. So that was invalid. I felt like that was a little faster around the corner as far as carrying the momentum, but not too fast, even though it could have been a bit slower. All right, let's work on that one as well. Thanks, Josh. Everyone, thank you so much for joining me. I'm just getting used to this car, getting used to Zolder as a whole. Tomorrow, actually, I'm going to open up my server so all of you can join me. Put me through my paces. There we go. Work on my line. There we go. I feel like my line is a little choppy. If I could put it all together. Right now I'm working on different sections. Okay, braking here. Oh man, I got on the gas too early, so I had to lift just a little. Go. Still working it out, folks, but this is the process. Going over here. Okay. Still carrying too much speed there, I guess. Oh boy. Don't be fooled by the delta. Right now it's not about the time, but it's about sorting my bad habits out. I feel like maybe I could get away with stuff, with bad habits now and again, but it's not good for racing as a whole to progress, right? Working on my progressive brake release. Taking this a bit later. Oh, there we go. Holding on the brake. There we go. That felt better. Even though I was slow on exit, as far as the speed going through that corner, definitely felt better. It was more controlled. Off here. Wow, that little trick that Gregor told me about lifting off before going through that chicane, it really helps as far as getting the car, getting the car through that chicane. I'll turn a bit too early. There we go. Come on, Ghosty, come here. I love chasing this ghost. Get over here. Oh boy, oh boy. No, that didn't work. Wait, the chat text here is now a bit easier to read. Oh, is it? Okay, oops. I was looking at the chat and driving. Okay, let's go back. And this is one thing I do love about hot lapping, that you can just go back to the pit and your tires are are at the correct pressures that you set them at hot pressures. Hello, Arthur. How's it going there? Nice to see you. Oh, you did it. Oh, okay, you did another UDE? How was it? Where were you? Sorry if you said it in the chat, but I only glanced at the chat. Me and Byron Payne. You like Byron as an instructor? That's funny. No, I'm just kidding. No, that's awesome. He's very good. He's very, like, no nonsense. As you can tell, my driving or coaching style in the car with you is more of a fun, kind of relaxed style of coaching, yet hopefully effective. Richard, how's it going? Yes, I am. I'm hot lapping. I just had a coaching session with Gregor earlier. He analyzed my lap. He gave me basically the secrets. Oh boy, I had to lift of how to go fast at Zolder. I just have to do everything he said, and I'll be fine. Easier said than done, right? Ghosty, dear Toasty. See, I'm getting sloppy because I'm chasing my time. So I don't want to... obviously, I want a good time, but the purpose of this right now is working out my bad habits. Working on holding my brake a bit and releasing it progressively, gradually sometimes, and not too abruptly. I think I teach you that in real life, right, at UDE? Don't pop off the brake, that's what I say. Hard to do. Alright, let's do this. Ooh, that wasn't good. Ooh, too fast in. So I definitely have to work on my initial braking, how long to hold the brakes. And I feel like part of that is just getting to know this car. Oops. What will it do? If I give it an input, how will it react? That's right, Richard. The real stuff does work on the sim. However, there's not... You don't get that feedback, that, oh my gosh, the feedback or the G's or the feeling of being completely one with the car that you have in real life. Right? You can't drive by the seat of your pants, which is what I love to do. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna just focus on traction. I'm gonna listen to the car. Oops, that is not what it wanted. That is not what it wanted. Oh yeah, so this is actually the hold on, let me show you what car this is. This is the Lamborghini Huracan ST. So yeah, It's a new car for me to drive. I think I just started driving it. Was it this weekend or so? Getting used to it. I really love it. It's very, very different from the Mercedes. Of course, it's a mid-engine car, and I believe it's naturally aspirated too. So there's no turbo. What else? There's no downforce that GT3 cars have. How Gregor says it, it's faster than the GT4 cars, but a bit slower than the GT3 cars. So yeah. Oh, okay. John Grayson. Well, that sounds interesting. And yeah, I. Oops. How did my tires cool down? Let's see. There we go. Tires are warm yet again. So how was it driving with walkie-talkies on your own without a coach in the car? Because that's how they do it at the BMW Performance Center and at Thermal. Richard, no. So the next championship that we're starting is the More Female Racers Championship. Everybody is driving this car, the Lamborghini Huracan ST. So yeah, it's very interesting, and I really like that everybody's driving the same car because everybody's used to driving, I guess, different types of cars, right? We have our favorites, and it's very different from the Mercedes. I feel like it's easier and more forgiving than the Ferrari 488 Evo. Yes, GT3 cars, I believe as a whole, are faster than this car. Still a bit too fast around that corner. I should have slowed it down a little more. Yes, I am in the same championship as Dan, but I'm not teaming up with Gregor this season. It's the first More Female Racers Championship that Gregor and I are not teaming up. He's not available. He's got a lot of sim work to do. So I'm teamed up with Trevor Jackson from Turn 1. By the way, I have also joined Turn 1, Team Turn 1 as well. So that is awesome. My driving is not that awesome. I'm turning in way too early at that corner as well. Ooh, I'm interested to see that comment, John. I can't read the whole thing while I'm driving, but I definitely want to hear your feedback on coaching and instructing and teaching. Oh, that felt a lot faster, even though it didn't show on my Delta. Come on. Okay. See, that was better. I held onto the brake a bit longer. Oh boy. Too fast into that corner. Losing control, almost. Losing time, definitely. But still ahead. Scoring off that corner. I lost a bunch of time, but that generally felt a lot better than what I was doing before. Ah, no. Oh, there. Oh boy. Oh boy. What happened there? What happened there? Right? Just what Gregor told me. I turned too early, then I got on the gas too early, and then it all broke loose, basically. Aw, thanks, John. I appreciate that. Uh-oh. So my husband just brought me my electric guitar. And this is it's Squier Strat, for those of you who are familiar or not familiar with electric guitars or guitars in general. Now, I'm not a guitar player. I grew up playing the ukulele, and yeah, it's a good time to go back to the garage, right? But I'm still learning. There's only, I'm learning to play, and learning to play using YouTube videos. My husband is teaching me a little bit. I actually haven't picked this thing up in maybe a month, and I only got it maybe a month and a half ago. 4 strings are good. 6 strings bad. The dying. Do you play? Do you play the guitar or the ukulele as well? See, all I know how to do is play right now just by heart is Wipeout. I don't know. Can you hear this? Let's see. I can't even. I don't know. I feel like I just completely lost everything I knew how to play now that I'm live streaming. I can't even think about that. I only know how to play Wipeout here that can translate from the ukulele to the guitar. Let's see. Can you hear it? Oops. The thing about the guitar as well is that it's so much bigger. So I have to stretch my fingers, and it doesn't come naturally to play the guitar. Oh. Okay, so the volume is very low for the guitar. It's probably just as well. But I'm just gonna maybe hand this back to my husband there. Thank you so much for bringing it in there. Maybe I should bring my ukulele in one day, but then that's a whole different thing. That's right, John. That's right. Sometimes that happens also when Gregor shows up and he's like, okay, do 5 laps and I'm gonna analyze it. And I'm like, ah. All right, so that was a quick little guitar break, but kind of not really because I'm not well versed at the guitar yet. But we're going to return to the garage and then hop back in. Hopefully I have warm tires. There we go. Thanks, John. But like I said, it was just using the lower 4 strings to play what I know on the ukulele. So there. Sounds different too. And the thing that that I noticed, especially on my husband's guitar, he has a Fender, that it hurts my fingers to press those wire strings. But on my guitar, on the Squire Strat, it's actually easy, so I'm happy about that. All right, let's see. Let's get back to driving, shall we? All right, here we go. So I'm losing a lot of time on that corner because, like Gregor said, I was braking too much and also slowing the car down too much. So let's work on that. Oh boy. Did I knock that cone down? Yep, that's my answer. It was right there in the middle. Okay, to work on my shifting points as well. So I was down about half a second, and now I'm just about breaking even, but that kind of shows me how much I have in here as far as improvement I can make. That didn't work out. That was way past my breaking point, by the way. The funny thing, it feels so slow, but my delta is improving. Not right now, but the other couple of corners where it went up a tenth where I thought I was going so slowly. Ah, too much curve. I got greedy. Ooh, too much. All right. I think I'm going to take a 2-minute break. I will be right back. Please don't go anywhere. Now's a good time to use the bathroom, grab a drink, whatever. I will be back in 2 minutes and check out this new overlay. Don't go anywhere. Oh, there's my mic. Hello, folks. I am back. My tires got cold again. Thanks for waiting and hanging out here. Let's go back and warm up my tires. We're going to continue yet again to work out my driving. Okay. Oops. That didn't help. Okay, braking earlier. Squaring off the corner. That's what I'm working on in the next few laps. Carrying the appropriate amount of speed. That was a little too fast, I guess. Squaring the corner off. There we go. Oh boy. I didn't need to shift there as well. Ooh. See, it's working. It all helps my delta. Wow, look at that. Come on, let's keep it clean. Oh boy. Okay, you know that feeling. Let's go back to the garage and continue yet again. Oh boy. Let's put it together, folks. Sounds good, John. Oh boy. Apparently, that was not as bad as before. I have to be more patient with the throttle, for sure. More patient with the throttle before the apex. And I'll be faster all around. Slow in, fast out. I know this. It's just hard to do. Yeah, Ghosty. Take that. Okay, now with... I'm not going to talk too much. Oh no, missed that apex. Holding on to the brake a little bit more. That's looking good. Come on, don't jinx myself. Nah. Ah. That was my personal best? Was it really? I think it was really, actually. I think... No. I think my personal best, last night was 1:34.7. Okay. I need to focus again. I feel like whenever I do my personal best lap and that pops up, then my next lap just is a throwaway because I get so excited and then I lose focus on my next lap. So, yeah, let's just practice on this lap and go for another PB. Okay, that's fine. There we go. Okay. Let's see what we can do here on this flying lap. That felt a lot better. It wasn't perfect, but... Oops, wrong gear. My mind just went to basically somewhere else. Wrong gear again. Oh, there we go. All right, let's focus. So even with that, my delta went down a lot. So that's okay. Because I know there's room for a lot of improvement. Oh boy. That's not it. Patience right here. That felt very smooth. Sometimes I'm just not sure on that jump. Oh no! That's what Gregor said about sometimes if the cone is not there, then you're not quite sure where the limit is, track limit is. But even with all of that, I'm still a little bit ahead of my last lap, so we need to try to keep it together on the next lap. Okay. Thanks for following, Mr. Fizo. Fizo. Okay. Scoring the corner off. Back on the gas. Ooh, that felt good. Ooh, that felt really good, actually. Come on, Ghosty. Get over here. Okay, we know what not to do. There we go. That was pretty conservative. I knew at some point I had to lift on that corner, so I lifted before the apex versus after the apex. Come on. Yay, PB. Oh, braking. So apparently that worked out. is not the cleanest corner. I was very conscious of not to really cut that corner. Ooh. Lost some time there. Lost some time there too. Came in too fast. Pushing in all the wrong places. Okay. We have about 15 more minutes of the stream. Okay, let's see if we could, or how I do in an AI race. I think I'm ready. I'm ready for that. And then tomorrow, I'm just gonna open my Zolder server for you folks, and we'll race. Quick race. 15 minutes. 15 minutes? I suppose this could go horribly wrong. 1 second. Let me get situated. I have 2 drinks today. My tea and my water. There you go. And I know you folks have mentioned in the past that these look like sippy cups. Totally are, because I don't want to knock, either cup off the platform and it's just going to spill everywhere. So yeah, it is definitely for safety, especially when I'm driving and looking for my cup and reaching for it. It has spilled in the past, so here you go. Let's do it. 15 minutes. Let's see. Somebody just said, okay, that chicane after the fast downhill left is very tough. Oh yes. Stay left and hold the brakes a fraction more before the right turn. Got it. So yeah, that's definitely something that I have to do. Who's your Dallas? How's it going there? Oh, there you go. Okay, John. I'm glad you learned that. So for those of you, I don't know if you can read the chat up on the stream. John said, so I told him when I was coaching him in real life at the BMW Ultimate Driving Experience, he said I mentioned about telling people things like not popping off the brakes. That's right. That's also what I do. He said he did that well. Steve, his coach, mentioned it before going out. The biggest thing I had to tell John back then was fighting the TC. Yes, it was lighting up like Times Square. So this is something that I have to learn in sim racing. Yeah, just knowing what the feedback from the wheel is telling me. Don't fight the car. Let the car get around the corner. And that's actually kind of what I'm working on here and what Gregor is telling me that I have to work on as well. Not necessarily like fighting the TC, but fighting the car in general, because if I'm going too fast in the corner and I'm turning, I'm going way too fast for this much steering input, then all I have to do is lift off or brake earlier, shave some speed off to let the car do its work instead of fighting the car around the corner. Let's see. Oh, interesting, Brian. And thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. So that is definitely very interesting. Oh, congrats, User Dallas. I'm glad your Fanatic pedals arrived. I'm sure you're gonna have great fun with those. Let's see. Let's go ahead and do a 10-minute race. Here we go. Sorry. I needed time to chat to you folks. All right. So, we're gonna start this. Zolder, quick race. I didn't even look at gas. I don't even know how much the fuel consumption is, but hey, it really doesn't matter right now. Oh, 19 and 22. Okay. We're gonna load this. And let's see, what would you do? Just lower some pressures? Yeah, lower some pressures. 22. This is a tough one because at higher temps, it heats up a lot, right? At lower temps, it kind of stays not steadier, but doesn't heat up a lot. So let's raise it. Maybe, I don't want to raise it too much. 3. Considering the last temps were 28. I don't know what I'm doing. I feel like my brain is gone. Let's see. 2, 3. Why are they so low? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know. This is very random. But we're gonna do it anyway. 2.6 laps. I mean, 2.6 liters. Let's just say. Yes, we do have 10 minutes. Let's see. So, 60 times 15 divided by, what's my lap time? Like 153. Okay, 900 divided by 113. So many calculations. We're going to do about 8 laps. 8 laps and maybe plus 2. So we're going to do about 10 laps. The plus 2 was just for good luck, should I say. But mainly so I make sure I don't run out of gas. 26 liters. There you go. We'll try that. See how that goes. Folks, wish me luck. This will be my first AI race at Zolder. Let's go.
Going double file.
Let's do it. I'm still not that familiar with the track. Like every time I start here, I'm like, where am I? Oh yeah.
Green light, green light.
Weird. There's no like formation.
Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Come on. Come on, car. Oh boy.
Car on the left.
I have a feeling
On the left.
AI is going to try something.
Car on the left.
Turned too early for that corner. Oh boy!
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
I'll tell you what happened.
Car on the right.
I realized that my leaderboard wasn't up, and then I went to press my button, and then I didn't brake.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
All right. Whoa, 2 pink cars behind me. Awesome.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Oh boy. Oh boy, I'm losing it. I'm feeling the AI pressure. It's what's happening. I'm forgetting everything Gregor told me to do. Just over 12 minutes to go. So I kind of used your tip a little bit, Samnesia. Oh, that corner is so hard. I feel like... Oh boy. No! Okay, that was... I have no excuses for that. Front tire pressures look pretty good. Left rear is kind of hot. It's so different racing at Zolder. I mean, I know it is when you're racing versus hot lapping, but because of it being so technical and cars are everywhere, you're not taking the perfect line, it makes it that much more difficult. Power Ranger Dark, how's it going? Nice to see that you're back. This time I'm racing AI. Trying to get ahead. Okay, this is the corner that gets me. I had to lift before to make that apex. Oops. Okay. I feel good about my race pace, considering this is my first race at Zolder. Okay, this is good. Everything is smoothing out. I do have to remember to shift at the right shift points though. Interesting. I didn't cut there. There you go, Samnesia. Better, much better. Yay.
Well done, mate. The fastest lap so far.
Oh, missed the apex. Here we go. Oh, lost all my time.
We are halfway through, not over yet.
I shifted way too early for that. Okay, let's try to put it all together this time, why don't we? Interesting. That felt good, kind of. Oh boy. Fighting the car. You can see my delta. Thanks everybody for joining me on my stream. The first part of the stream was coaching by Pro Sim Racer, Gregor Schill, and then I did some hot lapping after he analyzed my laps and told me basically I had a lot to work on, which is awesome, and now I'm just kind of seeing if it all comes together in a race against AI. But I had to lift after the apex, which is no bueno. Oh, no. Come on. This is my very first race at Zolder of any kind. Oh boy. Come on, let's keep it together. Hold it together. Hold it together. Okay. We're not going to let this F Leo by.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
That felt pretty good actually. Turning a bit early, losing some time, going off. Oh no. Oops. It's all falling apart. But making my mistakes here before tomorrow's race, when I open my server to race with you folks, and also before MFR on Monday. First race, ooh. The pressure of it all. Here we go. Oh boy. So yeah, when I'm pushing here, first of all, don't get on the grass here at Zolder. It reminds me of the grass at Imola. You know, on that hairpin. Yeah. You don't go anywhere when you hit the gas. But we have, what, a few more minutes to go? We can just use this, ooh, track cut, like a hot lapping session. We have 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Let's see if I could really put together everything Gregor taught me today. But I thought I was doing really well. There was one lap, and it was probably close to my personal best. Even with pressure from the other cars and chasing other cars, I was able to pull it off. But it's not about just one fast lap or the fastest lap. It's about consistently doing lap after lap at a decent pace. This corner, turn 1. Tough one. Squaring this one off again. Oops. Missed that apex. Way behind. Amnesia, your tip on this corner really helps. So thank you. Really feeling that flow through that section. Hello? Is it, I can't even race and make out your Twitch name. Let's see, it's Black Zombie? I don't know if I'm saying that right. I just glanced up there. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for joining in on all this fun. I am racing AI now. Like I said earlier, I had a live coaching session with my former teammate for More Female Racers Championship Season 1 and 2, Gregor Schill, who is a pro sim racer. He basically took me through the track like a lap guide and analyzed my best laps. So I'm trying to put it all together during a race with AI. But tomorrow I'm opening my own server, taking off the password so you folks can come and race with me, put me through my paces, see how that works out. Especially those of you who are practicing for MFR, More Female Racers Championship, on Monday, round number 1 for Season 3. That's what this is all about, folks. Ooh, that felt good. That may be the best I've ever done that whole section. So even though I'm in last place because I made some mistakes, I spun off track, I'm still learning as we go. Thanks so much for following, Black Zombie! Oh boy. People are like, stop looking at the chat! I do need to focus. Braking a bit late there. Yeah, that corner, I feel like I'm losing so much time on that corner, but I don't think I really am. It just feels ultra slow. Mowing the lawn definitely is slower. Biscuit Clan, how's it going there? I'm fine. Working this track out with this car. It's good practice. Okay. That definitely felt better. So corner by corner, I'm, ooh, too fast. I'm learning a lot, but making mistakes. Like I said, do not go on the grass here. Oh no. Oh no. slowly crawl through the grass. And also, this is just a test setup that I've been testing, so we'll see what final setup we end up with. That'll be interesting to see if it makes a difference, or is it my driving? I mainly think it's my driving whenever things kind of mess up or whatever. So a lot to learn. It's definitely a process, folks. Let's see. Oh, awesome. Cool. So yes, please join us, all of us tomorrow. I don't know if all of you folks can join in on the race tomorrow, but it's going to be awesome. So folks, thanks so much for hanging out. Thanks so much for cheering me on as far as the learning process goes, because sometimes, you know, if I'm making mistake after mistake, it sometimes does get discouraging while I'm still trying to figure things out, even though that is the natural process of learning to go faster on a track that you're not familiar with, and also a car that you're still learning. But I'm going to be in this car for the full season 3 of the More Female Racers Championship. I am teaming up with Trevor Jackson, who is Sakame on Twitch, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. He's quick, and I'm always trying to get faster, but I am part of Turn 1 now, and I'm excited about that because there's a lot of support and coaching that will help me get to where I want to be. So I'm very excited. Let's see. 2 quick things. Oh, wait, hold on before I say goodbye. Woo! Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Samnesia, for gifting a subscription. I really, really appreciate it. Who did I see? Did I see Robbie is here? Thank you so much for subscribing, Robbie. Let's see. Oh, a sub is on the lurk today. That's awesome. I appreciate that. I don't care if you're lurking as long as you're here supporting. I appreciate all of that. Let's see. 2 quick things. Sometimes on YouTube. Oh, got it. Let's see. Got it. John, so yeah, I thought that was interesting that you're a guitar teacher and then also high performance guitar on YouTube also watches my stream, but you're one and the same, so that's great to know as well. Byron Payne, yes. But I don't know if Byron is on social media. He's not the kind of guy that strikes me to be on social media. But if I find that he is, and I can ask him if he's okay with me sharing his social media links with you, then I will do so. Aloha, John B. Marine. Happy Tuesday. Hello, E. Sloan. How's it going there? So, folks, this is the end of the stream. Like I said, I am opening my server every single Wednesday from now on. It's a little bit of a schedule switch because MFR, More Female Racers Championship, is every other week on Monday. There's my over rotation. Tuesdays, I'm going to be practicing for the next upcoming More Female Racers Championship race, and then I'll be opening my server, taking off the password, and yeah, that way you folks can race with me, help to push me, help me go faster, help me prepare for my upcoming race. So that's tomorrow. We're going to be driving the Lamborghini Huracan STs right here at Zolder, so practice up. I'm not going to make the server live until I start my stream, probably maybe like 10 minutes into it, but yeah, look for it. I'll be here. A lot of times there's, I don't know, could be like 15 to 26 drivers, but we're always having fun here. Also on Thursdays is now for Forza Motorsport 7 at 11 a.m. Pacific. So I updated my schedule in Twitch, and I always schedule my stream on YouTube at least the night before. So that way you remember. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. Have a wonderful evening or day wherever you are, and I will see you for some racing tomorrow. Oh, look, I went off again. All right, hopefully I'll do better tomorrow. Have a good one, folks. Bye.